not sure how to say this, my earthly father, Jim Clark, okay, Jimmy, Dad, as I called him then, referred to him as, he was very patriotic. Now, what is patriotism? Well, the country, in some sense, embraces geographically and nominally, or namely, all the things that I appreciate. My job, my car, my home, my reputation, the government that I'm subject to. My nation is, to a materialist, worldly person, narrow point of view, everything I value. I am therefore patriotic. Do you see he's doing everything right? He's being thankful to what he can conceive of as everything that's important to him. That's his God. Okay, it's a very materialist or worldly view of God. But do you see he's doing what's right? Given where he is. Child of God. Very limited vision. I don't wish to be arrogant about Jimmy. And I don't mean to be belittling either. There's nothing inferior about a child. They are adults in eternity already. But here they're presenting with ignorance, and it's giving them a great freedom to be what? To experience the values that they have. And they rush off and play and find they end up in a pigsty and long to come home. And that's the good story that we've come to. But do you see, patriotism is in fact the right pattern, the right model. It's just that we're not necessarily valuing all the things that we should be valuing. We're only valuing material things instead of things like, well, of course he was valuing loyalty. My goodness, most loyal person. He was being loyal about being patriotic, and that the true values of his society included loyalty and patriotism, of course. Being loyal to that. But was not in the, what we might refer to as the spiritual, the supernatural beyond that. Being loyal is spiritual. Of course he has some spiritual nature present because he's born of God. He's made of God. He just doesn't know it yet. So he's being spiritual in the way that he can envisage and handle. He's very patriotic, his country and so on. This makes him quite acceptable in a sense to the world because the world appreciates things that help support it. Nations exist and they appreciate people that are patriotic. They might not appreciate someone who is godly because it might conflict with their patriotism. We don't want that, do we? So the state becomes an enemy of God in that it can't conceive of God. In other words, the secular state is the enemy of God. The spiritual state may not be the enemy of God, except that it may not have a very clear understanding of God. In other words, not be godly enough. Interesting, isn't it? So in a worldly sense, it's important that our state and our government move towards being godly if you want harmony. But of course, you don't really succeed in getting too much harmony in the world because the universe of uncertainty is a place of opportunity. for the prodigal to experience good and evil. So there's always an incredible mix of such here. And it will continue to be so that it gives birth to, or gives training to, and maturity to the children of God. Well, that's an interesting discourse. Thank you, Heavenly Father.